So we had an outlook on the dollar index on Monday, and the outlook we had on the dollar index was that the dollar index should sell, from the area where it was. It was around this area on Monday, and then we expected it will sell to this zone here, the 98.20 support level. Once it gets to the 98.20 level, we're expecting to see some sort of a buy, right? So currently price is still pushing there. It hasn't gotten there yet, but obviously from what we can see, it looks as if the price is trending down to that level. Okay, it looks as if price is trending down to that level. Now let's look at what we see in other instruments too, and what we're seeing Euro USD. So we said Euro USD turned a bit bearish once it broke out of the 60% level on the daily chart. So it turned a bit bearish. So for that reason, we're still expecting some sort of bearishness in the Euro USD. Um, so our outlook was that price was going to bounce into this zone and then sell, and that's still what we're expecting to see. We're still expecting to see that bounce and sell. Currently, price is pushing up, right? We're expecting that price will hit this level and then sell from there. And currently, we see price is getting closer to that level. So what we're going to do is expect price to get into this level, this area here. Once price gets in here, we should be expecting to see a reversal pattern, a reversal sign of some sort. It's a reversal pattern. Once we see a reversal pattern, then we should be able to get on a sell trade. Okay. So that's what we'll be looking at here when price gets to this zone. This zone is a zone of 1.1660 and 1.1668 level. So it's a 20-30 pips gap, so that window, 30 pips zone, right? So that zone is what we're looking at activating a potential sell trade. Okay, potential sell trade. Now, gold has been very, very crazily bullish. We've been expecting to pull back, but it seems to be ignoring every attempt, um, every expectation for it to pull back. It's been ignoring every expectation for it to pull back. You can see this sharp move. We were just discussing this a while ago with some of our analysts right there. You see this sharp move down, and then it just jumped up immediately, literally immediately, right? So that is we're expecting gold to buy. The outlook on gold remains strongly bullish, and but the question is, where do you enter the trade? Where do you enter the buy trade? Even though gold is bullish, you have to wait for price to get in because gold is very volatile, very volatile. From here, from this area now, from this area now. So this area where what it did just in a moment is over 250 pips, over 250 pips within a few minutes, right? So that's gold for you. So if you're not positioning rightly for gold, you can put your accounts in a lot of risk very quickly. Okay, so it's important to keep that in mind. I will be expecting gold to pull back to around this area where this blue line is right here, where this blue line is. I'm expecting gold to push down to this zone somehow here and then buy from there. Gold remains a buy. I won't advise someone to make a sell at this moment because sell can be very dangerous. If gold catches you in the wrong way right now, it's going to be very bad, right? Because the volatility on gold is crazy. Okay, so I'll be expecting to see a buy somewhere around the 4,155. 4,155 level. When price hits that level, then of course, I will be expecting to enter for a buy. Okay. So gold has continued to be very bullish. Yesterday, we saw some sort of a push down, just a little bit. We're expecting it to come down to around the 4,063 level, but it didn't do that. It just took off from around the 4,080 and it's been buying continuously. So we expect to get into more buys. The biggest opportunities in the gold is buy opportunities currently still, but then we need to wait for price to get to the level where we can buy, where we can safely buy, right? we can safely get on the buy and then be confident that we're on the right side of the trade. Okay. So gold is a buy, but we have to wait for around the 4,155 level for us to be able to get on a buy. And what else do we have? What else did we analyze? We analyzed, I think we analyzed USD JPY as well. So USD JPY has taken, this is Wednesday, USD JPY is taking a lot of time to trend down. So we're expecting this trend downwards to continue. We're actually expecting to get to the 150 and buy, but my concern for the buy around here is that there is still a gap that has not been filled. See, this gap is still unfilled. This gap is still unfilled. And in the market, a gap is very significant. And most of the time, gaps get filled. So is it possible that price is going to sell all the way down here instead of buying from here? That is something. So this is my, otherwise I would expect price to buy from around the 150 level or 150 or 149.500 level. That's what I'll be expecting it to buy from. But this gap here gives me a concern. This gap here gives me a concern because gaps tend to be filled. So will price come down all the way, fill the gap before going up? If that happens, that will be the move that I will favor. I will favor a move where price comes down and fills the gap before going up. So that's the thing with USD JPY, and it's the same situation with USD, CAD JPY. CAD JPY also has the same gap, you see. CAD also has the same exact gap here. So which needs to be filled before price can move. Now let's check USD CAD JPY and see how this works. Okay, so you can see regularly price will normally buy from the Fibonacci levels right here, right? Price will normally buy from these Fibonacci levels, but this gap is where I have a concern, right? So this gap is likely to be filled before price starts moving upwards again. Okay, so that's my reservation with getting on this trade here. So for me, I would prefer to see the gap filled then before I buy. If gap gets filled, then my confidence in my trade will be on this buy trade for USD JPY and CAD JPY will become very high. But in the meantime, I will be careful with entering a trade here or a buy on USD CAD, on USD JPY and CAD JPY, on USD JPY and CAD JPY. So that's the only thing I will expect to that'll be a concern here. Right? So what are we doing now? We're expecting to see a trade on USD on Euro USD, on gold. We're expecting more buy trades from gold. And then what else do we have here? So we did an analysis also on BTC. BTC remains bullish, remains bullish, but it's still not moving in the direction we're expected to be going at. And usually, sometimes when BTC starts to move, you see this kind of candles. Those are the kind of candles you see with BTC. But currently, BTC is still bullish. We could see price shooting very quickly up. It continues to hold above the 110,000 level. Continues to hold above the 110,000 level. As long as it holds above this level, my bias remains very bullish on BTC. So BTC should be a buy. BTC should be a buy. But those who are already trade, for me, guys, I prefer to trade instruments that I'm used to trading. I always trade. Okay. But if you want to take a chance on this one, you can basically enter BTC trades around this area here. Can get on BTC trades around here, around this level. So BTC trades around this level should be good. Okay, so BTC trades around this level should be good. Or BTC trace from around here should be good. So somebody raising up their hand, Mr. Olushola, is that Olushola?
Yes, sorry, the chat room is not open. But my question is, my answer analysis shows that there's a big order block within 95,000 and 100,000 on BTC. Are you able to run the analysis if there's actually another block there?
Let me make sure I activate everyone. Okay. Oh, you can chat if you want to chat. Say, yeah, I think I was say that again, please. Say that again, please.
Guys, I was saying that is there an order block around the 100,000, 95,000 to the 100,000 region of Bitcoin?
And is yes, for me, I see. Yes, for me, I see that. But the thing is that the way I see major order area around the 100,000 level, basically not 90 something, 100,000. But price may not go there for now, because you have to understand that when price dips very heavily, like what we saw on BTC on Friday, it has to be pushed at certain times by fundamental events. And what pushed that sell-off, that massive sell-off we saw on Friday was a news on China by President Trump, right? Yeah, so if we see some news that will cause this area to break, then we might be seeing 100. But that's why I said if price continues to hold above the 110,000 level, then I'm expecting to see a buy, right? So that's the thing. Now, price might actually buy for now. Price might actually buy from now back to the $126,000. And then that doesn't stop you from selling back to the 100,000 level tomorrow. You have to um, watch, you have to use the information the market is giving you per time. The information the market seems to be giving us at this time is that price is likely to price above 100,000, 110,000 is expected to rise, is expected to buy. But at any time we have a fundamental event that drives price below this area, we could see price get to 100,000. 100,000 for me, from what I see on a larger time frame, is where I see the biggest opportunities at. Investors and all of that would be looking to buy around 110,000. So that 100,000 is very significant. But for what technical analysis is showing us right now, any price holding above 110,000 tells us that price is likely to buy from here. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So yeah, so that's the thing for BTC. So if you're a long-term trader, you can wait, and you want to wait for 100,000. It could happen, could happen. We don't know. It could be another liberation day by Donald Trump, and then the market really collapses very heavily. But there has to be some fundamental event that will drive price down that way. Then we'll be seeing it terminate at around 100,000. So I see 100,000 as a major psychological level for a buy. When I look at it on a higher time frame, like on a weekly and monthly chart, I see 100,000 very clearly. And that's actually what I was hoping was going to happen with this move. I expected that it was going to continue going down to 100,000, but unfortunately, it didn't do that. So you can see the 100,000 is just some way away from this area here. So we haven't seen that yet, and we may not see it now. We may see it sometime in the future. So that's what we have. Expecting to see a buy in Euro USD, expecting to see a buy in gold. Entries basically is what we're looking at in these things. What are the entries? So the entries is what we're going to be waiting for to see, be able to get good entries. For me, I see the best opportunities Euro USD and gold right now when opportunities are right. All right. So I think we'll stop here. this morning. And all right, we'll see you guys on the next call.